All right, Shalom. This is Brother Tazai One. Once again, bring another quick video. I want to give all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai and double honors to our elders. And Shalom to you brothers out there preaching His word and His truth all over the world. This is I just want to do a video on this movie that I saw recently. It's called scroll down. It's called One Night with the King. All right, and it's basically about the story of Esther and how she basically saved our people. All right, and helped deliver our people from the plans of Haman, the Agagite, which is actually an Edomite. All right, the damn devil. Okay. And how our people were favored among the Persians. But I was watching this movie, and in particular this scene right here, I'm getting ready to play, and it's basically a lot of things that the elites and the Esau pushes in the movies, okay, even in these biblical movies that confirm the truth that brothers have been speaking, all right, for the past couple of decades, man, from the elders on down, that the Israelites and the Gentiles that Paul was going to back and forth over 2,000 years ago were one and the same. All right, you had the Israelites who knew they were Jews, or the Jews who knew they were Israelites, and you had the Gentiles who didn't know they were Israelites. Okay, and I'm gonna play this clip in the movie, and it's basically gonna prove their point that the Israelite foreigners are the Gentiles, and that the Gentiles are Israelites, are Israelite foreigners. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and then I'm gonna bring out a couple scripts afterwards. Okay.
Reconsider my proposition. There is much need for leadership in Jerusalem.
More stew, my lord. And suppose that in your entire caravan you have a cook one half as good as our Rebecca.
Here you are but a poor palace scribe, one who passes as a Persian at that. Are you a Jew, or have you become a Gentile?
We are a small people.
See, you heard it? He said you are a poor palace scribe, yet you live as a Persian. But he's an Israelite. But he's living his life. Now this is I believe this is Mordecai. All right. Now he's supposed to be living as a Persian, but he's a Jew. And then the other guy asked him, "Are you a Jew, or have you become a Gentile?" All right. I'm gonna play it again. Okay, I'm gonna play it again. There we go.
Leadership in Jerusalem.
More stew, my lord. And suppose that in your entire caravan you have a cook one half as good as our Rebecca.
Here you are but a poor palace scribe, one who passes as a Persian at that.
See, he said one who passes as a Persian. All right, now we all know the Jews and the Persians were dark-skinned people, so everybody basically at that time looked the same, okay? And that's another point that we bring out. All right, the real Israelites are actually black. Now they have them here as a Edomite, all right, and then they had some East Indians thrown in there. But if you know the history, all right, you brothers that's in the know, you know that everybody at this time were dark-skinned people, all right, the Israelites and the Persians, okay? So he's basically passing at this time as a Persian, okay, instead of being Israelites, because the Israelites were being persecuted at that time, all right, and we was in captivity, okay?
Are you a Jew, or have you become a Gentile?
We are a small people.
Okay, so he said, "Are you a Jew, or have you become a Gentile?" Now, it's clear in the scriptures, all right, that the Most High said if the Israelites were to disobey His word, He was going to scatter us among all people. okay, among all the other nations, and we was going to be amongst the heathen and amongst the Gentiles. And right now, as watching this movie, One Night with the King, which is about the story of Esther, the Israelites, after they disobeyed, right here, we're underneath the Persian and the Mede captivity, okay? Now we get a scripture that King David said that we were also going to be scattered among the heathen, okay? This is Psalms chapter 106 and 35. It says, I'm gonna read 34. It says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but they were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And that's basically what just happened in the movie with Mordecai. All right, because the guy asked him, "You're living as a Persian." So if Mordecai was living as a Persian, that means he was learning their works. Okay, he was learning the works and serving the gods of the Persians. Okay, it says, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Now let me correct myself. All right, he didn't serve. Mordecai didn't serve Persian idols, but as you can say, as you hear in the movie, he said he was living as a Persian. So basically, he was disguising himself. All right, he was a Jew disguising himself at certain times. All right, to be a Persian, because he was going back and forth meeting with Esther after she was with the king Xerxes. All right. So it says Psalm 106 and 35, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. Okay. So that's one scripture right there that proves, okay, that Israelites were mingled amongst these other nations, and even in New Testament times, okay, even in New Testament times. And I'm gonna get John chapter 7 verse 35. It says this John 7 and 35. Okay, it says, then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles? All right, because the Israelites were dispersed among the Gentiles. Okay, and that was the point that they was making in their movie. Okay, now he said, the guy asked Mordecai, have you become a Gentile? Okay, he says, are you a Jew or have you become a Gentile? All right.
A Jew, or have you become a Gentile?
We are small people.
See, he said, are you a Jew or have you become a Gentile? Now, Paul talked about Israelites and Jews becoming Gentiles. And I'm going to get that scripture. This is, I'm going to get, here we go. Now this is Ephesians chapter 2, okay, verse 11. It says, wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, which are called uncircumcision, by that which is called the circumcision. Because the uncircumcision was the Israelite foreigners who didn't know that they were Israelites. They weren't circumcised. They didn't keep the laws. Okay, they didn't know they were Jews. It says, by that which is called the circumcision, which were the Jews, all right, in Jerusalem at the time. It says, by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands, that at that time ye were without Yahushua, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without the Most High in the world. All right. So it's true, there were Jews that became Gentiles. All right. There were Jews that became Gentiles, and this is another script to prove that point. I'm gonna get these scriptures, and close out. I don't want to make the video too long. It says, 1 Peter 4:3. For the time past of our life may suffice us. Slack it. It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles. So in our past life, there was, before we came into truth, we wrought the will of the Gentiles. We was following Esau's ways. We was following his holidays. We was mingling with the other nations. Best friends with Esau, or you probably was cool with some Moabites or whatever. But that was when we was going off. It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. So at one time we was doing all of that stuff, man, because we was rotten with the will of the Gentiles. We was doing what America told us to do. Okay, we was living as Americans, just like the guy asked when he was telling Mordecai in the movie, you live as a Persian. Well, in this time we were living as Americans, right? And we also became Gentiles. Okay. This is another script. This is another example of living as a Gentile. This is Galatians 2:14. It says, but when I saw that they walked not uprightly according to the truth of the gospel, I said unto Peter before them all. Now this is Paul speaking. It says, I said unto Peter before them all, if thou being a Jew livest after the manner of Gentiles, and not as do the Jews, why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? We who are Jews by nature and not sinners of the Gentiles. Alright, so it says, I said unto Peter before them all, if thou being a Jew, okay, if thou being a Jew livest after the manner of the Gentiles, and not as do the Jews, why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? So Paul's getting on Peter for, kind of going off, man, about the Gentiles, about living after the manner of the Gentiles. Alright? But that shows you that Israelites were doing that back then, man. That's what Israelites were doing. Okay? They was living after the manner of the Gentiles, lucky. Okay? All right, yeah. It says they were living after the manner of the Gentiles. Now I'm gonna get one last scripture. This is 1 Corinthians 12 and verse 2. It says, ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led. So it says that ye were Gentiles. Okay? So when we go to this movie, okay, Esau knows that the Israelite foreigners and those Jews in that land at that time were Israelites, man. He knew that. He knows that Paul was going to the Israelite foreigners, man, in those lands. Okay?
Leadership in Jerusalem.
More stew, my lord. And suppose that in your entire caravan you have a cook one half as good as our Rebecca.
Here you are but a poor palace scribe, one who passes as a Persian at that. Are you a Jew, or have you become a Gentile?
We are a small people, caught up in a vast and violent empire. We have capricious princes who could order our annihilation with a flick of a finger.
Alright, I'm gonna play it one more time.
Leadership in Jerusalem.
More stew, my lord. I don't suppose that in your entire caravan you have a cook one half as good as our Rebecca.
Here you are but a poor palace scribe, one who passes as a Persian at that. Are you a Jew, or have you become a Gentile?
We are a small people.
See, so he said, are you a Jew? He said, you pass as a Persian. Now, are you a Jew, or have you become a Gentile? And that's what happened to our people, man. Our people became, they became Gentiles, But, with that, I'm in with one more scripture. Okay, this is Psalms 106 and 47 and 48. It says, in fact, I'm gonna go up. This is Psalms 106 and 44 through 48. All right, it says, nevertheless, nevertheless he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry. Now this is talking about the Most High. It says, and he remembered for them his covenant and repented according to the multitude of his mercies. He made them also to be pitied of all those that carried them captives. Verse 47. Save us, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, our power, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto thy holy name, and to triumph in thy praise. Verse 48. Blessed be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the power of Israel, from everlasting to everlasting, and let all the people say, Amen. Praise ye Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. With that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders. And shalom to you brothers out there, man. Pushing this word, pushing this truth. Going out there in the highways and hedges. In season, not a season. Exhorting, rebuking, gathering the elect. Alright. We almost out of here. The Most High is going to send Yahweh Shai back to deliver us. And we're going to be living in the kingdom and righteousness. And we're going to have these heathen as captives. Esau, all the other nations, man, they're going to be under our feet, man. So, y'all brothers stay up, man, and continue to push this word, man, and this doctrine and truth. Shalom.